wanna say something about my mama? Your mama dead as Your mama dead as
That was T.I.'s 21-year-old son telling 50 Cent to dig up his mother's corpse. Then he posted a photo of what appears to be her actual headstone. 50 Cent's mother died in 1983. He was 8 years old. And 50's response to all of this? A Pepe the Frog meme and 3 letters, LOL. But here's the part nobody's talking about. What 50 did to start this, and why the Harris family came for his throat. Let's get into it. The weekend everything blew up. On February 22nd, 2026, 50 Cent went on Instagram and posted an unflattering photo of Tamika "Tiny" Harris, T.I.'s wife, former member of the Grammy-winning group Escape and the mother of King Harris. The caption read, "I keep saying keep my name out your mouth, okay?" The post pulled 176,700 likes and 47,300 comments. The photo showed Tiny on stage in a black top, patterned leggings, and a blue harness, singing into a microphone. The reason he did this was not random. Earlier that same day, T.I. sat down on the $1 Million Worth of Game podcast and went right back to the Versus battle that never happened. T.I. told that room he and 50 had talked about it privately, that they agreed on what was going to go down, and that when T.I. went public with it, 50 acted like he didn't know what was going on. T.I. said flat out that he lost respect for 50, that the whole thing was goofy, and that he had no interest in standing on stage with a man he couldn't trust. So 50 heard all that, and instead of responding to T.I., he went after Tiny. That's the move. You come at him with words, he comes back at the people closest to you. He doesn't go bar for bar. He goes personal, he goes family. T.I. saw it. He went to 50's comment section and left this. 966A, you can post a fat hoe in a snowstorm on a unicycle juggling. You still a hoe, King said that. That was T.I.'s way of saying nothing. 50 posts changes anything, but it wasn't T.I. who took it to the next level. It was his son, King Harris, 21 years old, an aspiring rapper. Handle the next King 10 on Instagram, went to his Instagram stories and recorded a rant that sent the whole internet sideways.
You wanna say something about my mama? Your mama dead as Your mama dead as
And he wasn't done.
Go dig her up. Go dig her up. Fuck. Post a picture of your motherfucking mama. She dead. Pay respect.
Now let's be clear about who King is talking about. 50 Cent's mother was Sabrina Jackson. She gave birth to 50 when she was just 15 years old. She raised him alone. She was a drug dealer in Queens, not small time either. She was known, she was feared, and she was the only parent 50 had. His father, Curtis Jackson Jr., was absent from his life entirely. In 1983, when 50 was 8 years old, Sabrina died. Some say it was a fire that nobody could explain. Others say she was drugged, knocked unconscious, and left in her apartment with the gas turned on, connected to the drug trade. 50 has talked about the moment his grandmother told him his mother wasn't coming home. After that, his grandparents raised him. His grandmother, Beulah Jackson, had 9 other children under her care. That's what King Harris was referencing, and he didn't stop at words. King went to his Instagram stories and posted a picture of a generic tombstone with the caption, "This where your mama at." Then he followed it up with what appeared to be an actual photo of Sabrina Jackson's headstone, captioned, "Yo, and dig up your mama."
How y'all raised? I'm not raised like that. I don't go. I'm not going about my mama. I'm not going.
King was saying he was raised different, that he wouldn't go after somebody's mother, but that's exactly what he was doing, going after 50's mother who had been dead for over 40 years.
So tell your dead mama dig her ass and post a picture that look better than my motherfucking mama. What's wrong with you? Niggas better tie y'all shoes.
He was drawing a comparison. Tiny is alive, Tiny is a legend, Tiny won Grammys, your mother, she's gone. And 50 Cent sat back and watched it all unfold. Because 50's response, it was a picture of Pepe the Frog with the caption LOL. That's it. No rant, no diss track, no paragraph, just a cartoon frog and 3 letters. And while King was still going,
you better put that music up and shut the up. Cause all that other shit ain't gonna get it. On my mother.
50 was already scrolling. He posted more content mocking the whole situation, sharing videos and additional jokes aimed at both King and Tiny. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't go on live. He just let the memes do the talking. Meanwhile, T.I. was doing something different. On that same day, T.I. posted on X, "Oh, you niggas want war? Hey, we on that," and dropped a snippet of a new diss track called War. He also went to his Instagram stories to back his son, posting, "You gon' win, BCU, a good man, a good dad, and a good person." That was T.I. co-signing everything King had just done. By February 23rd, T.I. had dropped a full diss track, Right One, and it went even harder. He called 50 a 50 dispatcher, which is a snitch accusation wrapped in 50's own name. He mocked 50's failed relationships, his losses and other beefs, and he claimed he had paperwork from prison with 50 Cent's name on it. He referenced his upcoming album Kill the King and made it clear this was only the beginning. And 50? He posted another meme, still unbothered. But to understand why 50 didn't flinch, why he treated the worst insult you can throw at a man like it was background noise, you have to understand who Curtis Jackson is when somebody comes at him sideways, because this wasn't even close to the first time he's turned a beef into a comedy show. The Petty King's Playbook. 50 Cent has made an entire second career out of being the most calculated, most disrespectful, most casually destructive troll in the history of hip-hop. He doesn't beef the way other rappers beef. He doesn't get on the mic and yell. He doesn't do angry Instagram lives from his car. He sits in his mansion, finds the one thing that'll hurt you the most, and posts it with a caption that reads like someone ordering lunch. Let's start with the one that defined the whole template, the Ja Rule beef. This thing started in 1999, when he dropped How to Rob and named every rapper in the industry he'd hypothetically rob. What followed was years of back and forth that included a 2000 studio altercation where 50 allegedly stabbed Ja Rule, diss tracks, and the complete dismantling of Murder Inc. But the pettiness didn't peak until the social media era. In June 2018, 50 Cent spent $3,000 buying 200 Groupon tickets to a Ja Rule concert in Arlington, Texas. He didn't go. He bought those tickets specifically so that the first 200 seats would be empty when Ja walked out on stage. 200 chairs, no people, just fabric and air. 50 posted about it after, writing, "What a show. I mean, just F King great." Ja called it stalker energy. The internet called it legendary. That's the man King Harris decided to go to war with. When 50 beefed with Rick Ross, he went somewhere much darker. After Ross dissed him on Mafia music, 50 responded by leaking an intimate video of Ross's ex-girlfriend, Lastonia Leviston, complete with his own commentary. Leviston sued. She won. 50 paid a $6 million settlement. Then he flew Leviston and Ross's son out on a shopping trip, filmed the whole thing, and posted that too. He made cartoons calling Ross Officer Ricky. He didn't stop when the settlement happened. He stopped when he got bored. When Rick Ross suffered seizures, 50 went online and wrote, "Tell the truth, Ross. You got high as a mother and F it up your life." He mocked Ross's weight and medical episodes all the way into 2024, over a decade of the same joke. With The Game, 50 announced live on Hot 97 radio that Game was out of G-Unit. Game rolled up to the station and a shootout popped off outside the building. After that, 50 leaked old photos of Game working as a male stripper before his rap career, photoshopped Game's head onto a dancer's body, and used it as artwork for G-Unit mixtapes. With Floyd Mayweather, 50 posted a video challenging Floyd to read one page of a Harry Potter book or The Cat in the Hat on camera, offering $750,000 to charity. He called it the ESL Challenge. He knew exactly what he was doing. Randall Emmett, a Hollywood producer who owed 50 money, made the mistake of texting 50 and accidentally calling him Fofty. 50 leaked the texts. Then he made 50 merchandise. Then he posted Emmett's pleading messages for the world to see. He told Wendy Williams she was an ugly motherfucker after she commented on his personal life. He told Meek Mill to get Nicki Minaj pregnant so he could collect child support. When he won a lawsuit against Taylor Mari, he demanded $34,000 by Monday and threatened to take her reality TV checks. In February 2026, the same month as the King Harris situation, 50 did a DoorDash sponsorship where he ordered food items named after his past beefs. He monetized his own pettiness. He got paid to be petty. After Juelz Santana had some dental issues, 50 posted a video mocking Juelz's missing teeth with the caption, "Damn it, my mind, just say no to drugs." Juelz went out and got veneers after that. 50 literally bullied a grown man into getting dental work done through Instagram. He mocked his own son, Marquise, publicly. The two have been estranged since Marquise was about 10 or 11 years old. 50 paid over $1.36 million in child support. In 2018, 50 left a comment on Marquise's Instagram that was so dark, people couldn't believe it was real. In October 2022, 50 filmed a skit with Uncle Murda and Tony Yayo in a bubble bath, mocking Marquise's complaints about the $6,700 a month. He turned his own son's pain into a comedy sketch. When Jay-Z was keeping quiet during some industry drama in May 2024, 50 posted an extreme close-up of Jay's face with the caption, "Jay in hibernation, I'm all you got." So when King Harris went on Instagram and told 50 Cent to dig up his dead mother, 50 responded with a frog meme. Not because he didn't hear it, but because 50 Cent has been in wars that lasted years, cost millions, involved lawsuits, leaked videos, emptied concert venues, and destroyed careers. years, and he won almost every single one by doing the exact same thing. He posted, he laughed, he moved on, and the other person was still mad 3 weeks later while 50 was already trolling somebody new. That's the context King Harris walked into when he pressed record. He didn't just pick a fight with a rapper, he picked a fight with the final boss of internet pettiness. And King showed up with a picture of a tombstone. But the thing about this beef is that King didn't start it. 50 did. 50 went after Tiny. And the question the internet couldn't stop arguing about was simple. When you drag a man's wife into a rap beef, does his son have the right to drag your dead mother into it? The internet picked sides. Within hours of King Harris posting those tombstone images and that video rant, the reactions flooded in from every platform. This wasn't a situation where everybody agreed. This was a full-on philosophical debate disguised as a rap beef, and everybody had an opinion. On X, the takes came in sharp. EmmyHood01 posted what became one of the most liked reactions. Yeah, that's way past rap beef at that point. King Harris jumping in and bringing up 50 Cent's deceased mother is crossing a serious line. The whole back and forth with T.I. and Tiny Harris is messy enough. Dragging family and graves into it just makes it ugly. That post pulled 704 likes. Another put it in more dramatic terms. Defending your mom is one thing, but telling a man to go dig up his deceased mother is a different level of dark. 50 Cent is the king of petty, but King Harris just took this from a rap beef to a generational curse. Generational curse. That phrase kept showing up across multiple platforms. As my 11369113 wrote, King Harris really tried to out-troll the final boss of pettiness. Bringing up someone's deceased mother is a dark road, especially with 50 Cent. Does he not know 50 thrives in the mud? If you study 50's beef history, the man is at his most comfortable when things get ugly. Going low against 50 Cent is like trying to drown a fish. Raindrops Media 1 posted a clip focusing on where King went after 50's relationship with Marquise. King Harris goes off on 50 Cent, bringing up his failed relationship with his son, Marquise Jackson, and saying 50 lacks family and love. You're rich, but money means nothing when you got no one to spend it with. That post got 4,502 likes, the highest engagement of any reaction found. And King's point about Marquise isn't debatable. Marquise offered $6,700, the exact amount of his monthly child support for 24 hours with his own father, and 50 still didn't engage. William 5818 predicted what most were already thinking. Mama defense mode activated, but poking the bear like that, 50 bout to cook back hard. A farm in Sci-Fi Tone 77 wrote, "This is full-on internet chaos. Social media really turns into a battlefield sometimes." The old school hip-hop perspective came from Poetic Flacco, who posted a video saying the beef is between T.I. and 50, not King, and that King wasn't raised in the streets. He needs to stay in a child's place. Stay in a child's place. That cuts right at the heart of what a lot of people were feeling. This was a grown man's war, and King, at 21, inserted himself into something that had been brewing since before he could walk. Unfiltered WD posted, 50 Cent claps back at T.I.'s son King Harris with a Pepe meme, clearly unbothered by the family feud.
Blessing.
It's grown man business.
It's grown man business.
That clip circulated as proof that 50 was treating the entire situation like a child had wandered into a boardroom meeting. Over on Instagram, the comment sections turned into courtrooms. Under Baler Alert's post about King speaking up, comments included, "Keep going, King," alongside 50 mad his son would never defend him like this, a reference to the Marquise estrangement. On another Baler Alert post about the diss track, reactions shifted to T.I.'s music. King provided a CVS receipt. T.I. and his song Flaming 50 is incredible, but the criticism camp was just as loud. Under a reel of King's rant, top comments included, "Stay in a child's place, he was out of order," and "all that money." And this is the result. I say they failed him as parents. On Alt's Independent Dope's post, comments tilted supportive. "I respect it. Protect your mother. Gotta fight fire with fire." Over at Yo 50 The Movement's post, people asked, "Why does he keep coming for Tiny?" The comedy crowd checked in under another reel with, "He not FW50 on no level," and "This kid 100% ain't bout nothing." On a Live Bites' post, the sentiment was more street, as he should. "It's whatever about your mama," justified crash out, and "I feel King because 50 be out of mother line." Their math was simple. You came for his mama, he came for yours. Fair exchange is no robbery. TikTok gave the beef the short form treatment. Extra Loud asked directly, When rap beef crosses into family territory, has it gone too far? Flawless Nina took a wider angle. So 50 posts it, King Harris responds. And now it's generational beef? This is officially Harlem versus Atlanta versus the comment section. Statue of Society noted that 50 crossed the line first by going after Tiny, while AWOW 360 News framed it as T.I. and King checking 50 together. Even Reddit got involved. In Our Black Men, someone started a thread. Can we talk about 50 Cent and King Harris? And opened with, outside of his first 3 albums, I haven't fucked with 50 Cent in almost 20 years. The poster questioned 50's continued relevance through trolling and suggested the family stuff was unnecessary. Through all of this, the tweets, the comments, the TikToks, the Reddit threads, nobody was ignoring it. This was a beef that made people stop, pick a side, and argue with strangers about what's acceptable when somebody posts a picture of your mother. The internet held a referendum on it, and the results were split right down the middle. But the reactions were only one layer, because underneath the memes and the diss tracks, there's a much longer story, one that goes back almost 2 decades and explains exactly why 50 Cent went after Tiny in the first place. The 2-decade war. The 50 Cent and T.I. beef didn't start on February 22, 2026. This thing goes back to 2007, when Clifford Harris Jr. got arrested in Atlanta for trying to buy machine guns and silencers. Federal charges, the kind that are supposed to put you away for a very long time. But T.I. took a plea deal. He served about 1 year in prison, including house arrest, 1 year, for machine guns. And the hip-hop world started whispering the word nobody in the streets wants attached to their name. Snitch. 50 Cent didn't whisper. In 2008, on You So Tough, from the G-Unit mixtape Return of the Body Snatchers, 50 rapped, "What's today's mathematics? Ain't adding up. Get knocked with 10 machine guns, only get 12 months. Don't talk to me." That was the birth of King Rat, 50's nickname for T.I. that took the King of the South crown and covered it in rodent fur. T.I. denied everything. He said he had paperwork and transcripts available online, but once 50 planted that seed, it never went away. Through the 2010s, the beef stayed low, occasional jabs, the odd Instagram comment where 50 would call T.I. King Rat and move on. They even shared stages. There were moments that looked like mutual respect, cordial but thin. Then came Versus. In 2020, T.I. publicly challenged 50 Cent to a hit-for-hit battle, framing it as a celebration of 2 legendary catalogs. According to T.I., the conversation had already happened in private while they were working together in L.A.
You and 50 got a beef or something, man? Because I seen a post today where they were saying that you were supposed to be in, I guess one of the Power, what's the name? I guess 2 of the actors on the show said that you were actually supposed to be on the show, and then they replaced you with Method Man, and they weren't expecting it or something.
T.I. addressed it directly, saying they were on a separate project.
Oh, that's not true. 50 and I, we were executive producers on a different show outside of the Power universe.
At that point, T.I. made it sound like the dynamic was rough but still functional.
But nah, man, me and 50 cool. I'm the only one who's not offended by his brass approach, and he's not offended by mine. So, we play rough, but we ain't no issue. It's a mutual respect.
But that was from an earlier period, when T.I. went public with the Versus challenge and 50 acted like he didn't know what was going on. That courtesy evaporated. T.I. went on the $1 million worth of Game podcast and said he lost all respect for 50. 50 responded by not responding directly. He posted T.I.'s 2010 Crime Stoppers PSA on Instagram on February 5th, 2026, captioning it, "I know Atlanta pick and choose who they support, but y'all gotta do better. LOL, keep my name out your mouth," a Crime Stoppers ad. The implication couldn't be louder. 2 days later, 50 posted what he claimed was courtroom footage from a 2006 case involving T.I.'s late friend, Philip Johnson, captioning, No, I don't like it. No verses, let's do. The stay away challenge and stay away from me. LOL. T.I. responded on X, 50 Cent. I don't fear my past, I'm too focused on the future. Top 20 in 2 weeks and climbing. On February 8th, T.I. went on the Nightcap podcast with Shannon Sharp and dropped the gloves. He don't want no smoke though. I called my man out. He don't want no smoke. He ducking smoke. On February 10th, hip-hop historian Newface reposted the old 2020 video of T.I. talking to Kevin Hart. 50 Cent commented, "King Rat." T.I. fired back, You playing on my name when only one of us a rat in real life. You know I got your paperwork, right? And my transcript is available online. Get your hoe ass in the box or STFU and live in fear. 12 days later, 50 posted the tiny photo. And from that point forward, everything else became irrelevant. The Verzoos, the Crime Stoppers ad, the courtroom footage. It was all wiped out by one image and 3 letters, LOL. King Harris responded with the rant and the tombstone pictures. T.I. responded with diss tracks. On February 22nd, he dropped War, produced by DJ Toomp, warning 50 not to poke the bear. By February 23rd, he released Write One in full, calling 50 a 5-0 dispatcher, listing his losses in past beefs, and repeating the paperwork threat. T.I. said he had documents from people incarcerated with 50's name on them. He referenced his upcoming album, Kill the King, and through all, T.I. dropping back-to-back tracks, King posting grave photos and screaming into his phone, the entire internet choosing sides. 50 Cent did what 50 Cent always does. He posted a meme, he put up more content about Tiny. He labeled T.I. King of Rats one more time, and he kept scrolling.
Yo mama dead as dig that up. Going, not going. Now what the gonna do about that? Nigga not going.
What 50 did about it was nothing, and somehow that felt like the loudest response of all. As of February 24th, 2026, this beef is still hot on the surface, but cooling underneath. No major escalation since T.I.'s diss tracks and King's rant. 50 hasn't dropped a song. T.I. has teased more music tied to Kill the King. King Harris hasn't posted new content targeting 50 since that Sunday. The public opinion split stayed split. Some people saw 50 as the troll king who provokes without escalating, fighting wars through Instagram captions while opponents burn energy making music. Others saw T.I. as the one who stood on business with bars and paperwork threats. And others saw King Harris as a 21-year-old who did what any son would do when someone disrespected his mother. He went too far, sure, but at least he went somewhere. While 50's own son, Marquise, couldn't even get a phone call back.
Man, nigga, posting my mama, mother legend. Yo mama, mother Jay.
King called Tiny a legend. He called 50's late mother something else entirely. And whether you think that was justified or unforgivable depends entirely on where you draw the line. And in hip-hop, that line has never been in the same place twice. This beef goes back to 2007. It runs through machine guns, plea deals, snitch accusations, a Verzoos that never happened, a Crime Stoppers ad, courtroom footage, unflattering photos, tombstone images, diss tracks, Pepe the Frog, and a 21-year-old kid who thought he could out-troll the most calculated troll in the history of the genre. And as of right now, nobody's won, nobody's lost, nobody's apologized, and 50 Cent is probably somewhere right now on his phone looking for the next picture to post.